welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, MeWe group, Facebook group, Discord, Twitter, Instagram. Try to say it all in one breath, I fucking couldn't do it. This is also another episode of Gamers Health, because it is a Friday. Now, before we dig into that, I obviously, last month and this month have been a bit distracting. There has been events going on in my health. This is why we're doing this. You know, I was hospitalized last month, so I missed a couple of milestones, at least pointing them out. May 17th was the 2-year anniversary of the Tavern Chat Podcast. I think May 17th was I was still hospitalized at that point. Yes, I was. And then May 31st was the 11th anniversary of the Tenkar's Tavern blog, which I also missed that because, of course, I was stressing because that was a Sunday, and Monday morning I had to be at the hospital for a procedure for my 4th stent in my heart. There's got to be some song about the stent in my heart. No?
Now, baby.
Yeah. 4 stents in my heart. I am sober, believe it or not. Now, here's where we're going to address in the gamer's health aspect. Yesterday, I had a doctor's appointment with my cardiologist, the one who, the first time I met him, sent me directly to St. Francis Hospital, did not pass go, did not collect $200. Pretty much saved my life. But on the way back, I was saying to myself, you know what? I've been dying to have a beer. And I really can't drink alcohol at the moment because of the medications I'm on and trying to, keep the heart healthy. Trying to work to the point where I can probably maybe have a drink on occasion, but we're not there yet. But I stopped and I picked up Heineken Zero. Now, Heineken Zero is literally 0% alcohol. Now, they don't call it a beer, though. They call it a malt beverage. Why do they call it a malt beverage? I guess because it doesn't have any alcohol, so it doesn't count as a beer. I don't. Anytime they do anything with a beer that doesn't really make it a pure beer, all of a sudden it's a malt beverage. I gotta look up why. In any case, Heineken Zero tastes not bad. And I want to say tastes not bad. I have my preferred beer styles. Heineken is not one of my preferred styles of beer.
It's very skunkish.
I wasn't going to say... Now, Heineken Light, I think, tastes better than Heineken. And I've actually enjoyed some Heineken Lights. Heineken Zero is somewhere between Heineken Light and Heineken in flavor. But when you haven't had a beer in... Or you've only had like 4 beers in the last 4 months, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. Not too shabby.
Yeah, I went to wash it out. I'm like, oh, what is he still seeing this?
Hey, and it apparently has no. Obviously, it appears it has no sugars. Did have 18 carbs because there's no alcohol and your calories got to come from somewhere. But it didn't spike my blood sugar, so I'm happy. Now.
Aww. Well, you gotta have the little things.
Yes. So, as always, we are unscripted. So, this week, I was remarking to Rach, I think it was last night, that because of the situation that we've been in, with me needing to eat things that have lower in carbs and controlled sodium intake, has meant that I have been cooking 3 meals a day. Now, Rach is working. She's been working from home, so she's been getting to enjoy 3 home cooked meals a day. But I don't think that when we got married, she ever expected I would be playing. I don't want to say Mr. Mom,
No.
but now.
Well, I don't think any of us shit. I don't think any of us projected. There we go. Being in this situation, but now that we are, we get to enjoy, the cooking that you do and
Well,
all that goes along with it.
Well, here's the thing, folks. If you are going to, you can eat healthy and still eat happy. All right, if you're not happy with the food that you're eating and you're trying to eat healthy, you got to be a little bit more creative. So,
we had tacos this week.
We had tacos
awesome.
This week. I got corn tortillas.
We thought we weren't going to have tacos.
Yeah,
again.
Corn tortillas that were low in sodium. Carbs weren't horrible, but you know what? Serving size is 2 tortillas, which I heated up in a pan one at a time. Now, I air fried diced up chicken breast, and I air fried it not with breading, but with assorted spices. Mrs. Day. I got we have one episode. I'm actually going to talk about some of the spices that I've been using, because when you can't use salt, you do need other flavors. You don't want bland, okay? Because bland is going to make you want to go back to salt. So you have to find other ways to entice yourself. Now, normally when I would have tacos, if I went to Taco Bell,
forget it.
I'd have 4 or 5 tacos, maybe a burrito, because they aren't very filling. So now we're only going to get 2 soft corn taco shells a piece. Got to make it work. So I had already ordered on Rachel's request.
Taco seasoning?
No, not the taco seasoning. Avocados.
Oh yes.
So now I love a good guac.
It's good in salad. It's good in sandwiches. It's good everywhere.
So what I did is, I had a low sodium salsa. So I scooped out 1 avocado. Now this is me improvising off the edge. No recipe for this, but I went with 1 avocado, 2 semi-heaping spoons of tablespoons of salsa, taco spice, some fresh pepper, and I mushed it all up. So then what I did with the guac, instead of just slapping it on or onto the shell, I spread it around, made it a nice little layer. Then on top of that layer, put some lettuce, put some tomatoes, put some of the chicken, which I also put some of the salsa in with the chicken because, again, I air fried the chicken. It was diced. It was going to be too dry otherwise. Also, I took those chicken bites and I shredded them by hand because I had a feeling that if I just left them as, even though they were relatively small chunks, wouldn't fit well in that taco shell, and you want things to fit well. And then cheese. So now to control the sodium intake, I considered using Swiss. Swiss has low sodium, but it really isn't a traditional cheese that we associate with tacos. And usually, I guess that like Taco Bell, they're using like a cheddar or a Mexican cheese blend, but we used cheddar. I actually had like little snack sticks of cheddar. So what I did is each of us got one of those snack sticks. I cut it along the length, and then I cut it along the length again. Each stick became 4 little sticks, and each taco got 2.
Something that we could do next time,
yes,
if we want to avoid the cheese, we could just cut up like the onions and the cilantro, and just with the diced up chicken, and have it be like the taquerias.
True. Here's the thing. I don't really dig cilantro all that much, folks. Just so you all know. And I don't dig mushrooms that much. Now, I made an omelet. We do omelets a lot in the morning. And our omelets historically used to have things like bacon or sausage in it, and that hasn't been happening. But I've been doing peppers. I've been ordering the pre-sliced peppers. So you get a tray basically of yellow, red, green, orange peppers. So they've already been sliced, and now I'm just gonna dice them. Red onion. I like the red onion. It's a little bit sweeter and milder than the yellow onion. And sometimes a little frozen spinach thrown in there. For Rach, I put some sliced mushrooms. And generally speaking, what I do is it's 2 eggs, maybe with a little milk or not, depending on how much I want to stretch it. Beat it up, put it into the heated pan. It's already been sprayed down with a little pan or something like that. Let the eggs cook, and as the eggs start to firm up, then I toss in the vegetable ingredients. I don't need them to cook much. All right, I'm not looking to roast my vegetables. I'm looking to get them just a little bit heated and a little bit more tender than being raw, because that's where the flavor is. That's where the nutrients are.
Mm-hmm.
And with the omelets, I have been using, for Rach, I give her Swiss cheese. I've been spoiling myself. I do a slice of pepper jack. And we found a sodium-free or low-sodium hot sauce that frickin' rocks. I'm going to have to put a list together up on the blog one day of some of the resources that we've been using to eat healthy. Because, again, if you eat healthy, you aren't going to be tempted to eat poorly. Okay, like I got hungry tonight after dinner. We ate with my parents. My mother made stuffed peppers, brown rice for me and Rach, and asparagus. Pretty much just roasted in a pan. It was very nice. But you know what? Afterwards, about an hour and a half afterwards, I was hungry, and I said, "All right, I got 2 choices. I can either make some fresh popcorn, not bagged. I mean, I'm talking about. I have a microwave silicone popper that I use, and low sodium toppings, and a salt-free buttery spray. Done that early in the week, but this time I was like, you know what? I'm making a salad, because salads are very, very filling. Popcorn can be filling too, but there's just something about having a salad. The dressing is my version of an Italian dressing, pretty much using Mrs. Dash and some Italian herbs with some oil and vinegar. Because these premixes, again, high in sodium. And now, even if you have a healthy heart, the amount of sodium in some of this food, especially if you go to fast food restaurants, even Subway, which is quasi-healthy, you think, the sodium levels are fucking ridiculous. Now, they say for a healthy person, you should limit yourself to about 250 milligrams of sodium. And for somebody who has heart issues, high blood pressure, heart failure, you should be looking at about 1,500. You know what? A Subway sandwich can pretty much wipe out your whole day's total. And I'm not even talking about going to Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, any of these places. So I'm trying to find healthy substitutes for a lot of this. So I will, as we get to it, share some more of my thoughts on how to prepare some food to help you eat better. I've also been doing my time on the exercise bike. I find that my limit in one set's about 20 minutes. I try to do 2 to 3 sets a day, get in at least 40 minutes total, because I'm trying to exercise my body, exercise my heart, get a little cardio rhythm going. You've only got one life, and unless you're a cat, and if I was a cat, let's see, I think when I was 10, I fell through a first floor building. The first floor of a building that I would have fallen into the basement if this building was under construction. If some 16-year-old hadn't grabbed me by my back of my shirt, which ripped, and yanked me out. Now, needless to say, I never did that again. That's number one. Number two, I guess, would be 9/11. Number three would be Hodgkin's. Number four would be sepsis.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That was earlier this year.
Yeah.
And number five would have to be congestive heart failure. So if I'm a cat, I've already burned out half my fucking lives, and I'd like to keep them to the end. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So.
I like it.
All right.
Oh, and then what's coming up? We are making plans for, having, like, a birthday dessert.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We're celebrating Rachel's birthday a week early because...
So we're trying to make...
And Father's Day because my parents are going to be away.
Things that we can stay within our daily values of sodium and carbs.
Right. And I'll be honest with you, the carbs I'm a little less worried about than sodium. I can break away on the carbs on occasion, I think, but sodium I really got to stick to. Shh.
But if we can
No. So, listen, we actually have a low-carb pudding stuff that we can make that is really good. Chocolate pudding, awesome. But we also have cereals that are low-carb, that are pretty flavorful. They're pretty much high in protein, low in carb. And they remind me a lot of Rice Krispies. And then I found sugar-free marshmallows, low-carb marshmallows. So they're going to be delivered on Sunday. And I'm thinking, in addition to making a chocolate pudding, maybe we can make some faux Rice Krispie treats and see how that works out. That
would be fun. Shannon would love it.
So, just things to think about, folks. Thank you. I mean, honest to God, thank you for everybody who's listened to this podcast for the last 2+ years. Those who followed the tavern, the blog, for any length of time over the last 11 years. I got to thank you all. You're the reason why I continue doing what I've been doing. So, social distancing. 6 feet, 20 seconds. Wash your hands. Wear a face covering. I've bought these. What do you call them, Rachis? Rach? What do you call these?
I think they call it Gator. Gaiter.
Well, that's the one you'll see advertised on some TV channels, but you can find knockoffs on Amazon, and these are basically
like the brand is Mission, but they're all
Gators. All right, yeah. And these are things you can pull over your head. They kind of like it's like a neck warmer, but you can pull it up to cover your mouth, cover your nose. I find that it is easier to breathe through this fabric than it is. Well, I don't even talk about the N95 mask, but even a regular hospital mask, the surgery mask. And as my father put it, it's definitely more stylishly attractive than wearing, these masks. So if you can do that, on Amazon, I think a 4-pack was like $14. I got American flag versions and camo because, I'm a guy. What can I tell you? We got more like girly shit for Rach and the rest of the family. I love you, hon.
I love you.
All right, folks. Stay safe. Be well. God bless. Roll your dice and roll them well. And I will talk with you all tomorrow, and maybe even Rach too. All right, folks. Be good. Laters.